All right, so we're going to talk about appraisals today. And what that means is that your bank or lender most likely has hired out a third party to create a valuation on your home. This is an unbiased third party. Yes, they are working on behalf of the bank or lender, and you, the buyer, are footing the bill for this appraisal. However, they are unbiased as far as the transaction goes. So what you should know about appraisals is that this is a person who is very analytical and detail-oriented that comes in and puts a price on your home based on the data in the area. So these are comparable sales of properties, beds, baths, square footage, condition of the property. They will actually come into the home and do an assessment of any upgrades, additions, some of the finishes in the home will add extra value, those types of things. So as a buyer, what you need to know is that this valuation is used as a basis for your loan. For example, if we agreed on a purchase price of $250,000 for a home, but the appraiser says it's only worth $240,000, for example, we are going to need to renegotiate that contract. As a buyer, most of the time on a default contract, you are not obligated to proceed with the purchase if the home appraises for less than what you agreed to purchase it for. However, you're sitting there and you're like, but Casey, this is my dream home. I really want it. What do I need to do to get it? So there's a couple options. We can either renegotiate with the seller and say, Mr. Seller, we know we agreed to pay $250,000, but I guess in this market, the appraiser doesn't see the value of $250,000. He sees the value of $240,000. So what are we going to do to continue to consummate this transaction? Are you going to reduce your price to $240,000? Are we going to meet in the middle at $245,000? There's various options. If we cannot come to an agreement, you as the buyer are not held responsible to continuing that transaction. But if you want to, some things to know is that you may need to bring extra cash to the transaction to make up for that difference. So in our example of the $240,000 versus $250,000, let's say you and the seller agreed upon $245,000. You met in the middle there. So you would need to bring the extra $5,000 to closing as part of your down payment to make up that difference, because the loan is going to be based on the appraised value of $240,000. So that's kind of the basics about appraisals. I hope it was helpful, and I hope it relieves some anxiety on your end when you're buying your new home.